A Winter's Tale by D.H. Lawrence, 1885 to 1930. Yesterday the fields were only grey with scattered snow, and now the longest grass leaves hardly emerge. Yet her deep footsteps mark the snow and go on towards the pines at the hill's white verge. I cannot see her, since the mist's white scarf obscures the dark wood and the dull orange sky. But she's waiting, I know, impatient and cold, half sobs struggling into her frosty sigh. Why does she come so promptly, when she must know that she's only the nearer to the inevitable farewell? The hill is steep. On the snow my steps are slow. Why does she come when she knows that what I have to tell? Okay, this poem is by D.H. Lawrence. Let's see. D.H. Lawrence came from a poor working class family in Nottingham. His father was a coal miner and probably barely able to read. Let's see. He got in a huge amount of trouble for his novels, Lady Chatterley's Lover, Sons and Lovers, and by the time he died he had a reputation for producing pornography and had wasted a huge talent. But when he died or after he died, people started to recognize his great talent, and I think he's actually one of the greatest British authors of the 20th century. So what's this about? Okay, well, this is about a snowy day in winter, and there's this winter scene, and the speaker, who I imagine is Lawrence, is going to speak to his girlfriend, and this is like a secret meeting, and they're going to meet in a wood in the forest, and he's going to end their relationship. So this is a poem about the end of a relationship, and he's on his way to meet her. So A Winter's Tale, a story about winter. So yesterday the fields were only grey and scattered with snow, and now the longest grass leaves hardly emerge. So yesterday there was just a little bit of snow, and clearly overnight it snowed a huge amount, and now even the longest leaves of grass are covered in snow. So I have this view of a snow-covered landscape. Yet her deep footsteps mark the snow and go on towards the pines at the hill's white verge. And now he can see her footsteps in the snow, and these are going towards some white pine trees, which are at the white edge of the hill, so they're white because of snow. So here he can see the path that she's followed, so he knows that she's there, and he knows that she's waiting for him. Yeah. So I think maybe this also gives a feeling of inevitability as well. I cannot see her, since the mist's white scarf obscures the dark wood and dull orange sky. So I can't see her, but he knows she's there because he's seen her footsteps. since the mist's white scarf, this is a very nice metaphor, the mist is like a scarf that is wrapped round the dark wood. So he can see the wood, but it's covered in mist. And this mist is obscuring the dark wood and dull orange sky. So notice his use of the words dark and dull. This is clearly creating the scene and giving us a sense of foreboding that this is not good. This is a sad situation. But she's waiting, I know, impatient and cold, half sobs struggling into her frosty sigh. So, but I know she's waiting there, and she's impatient and she feels cold. And there are half sobs struggling into her frosty sigh. So to sigh, ah. So if she's sighing, she's clearly upset, and half sobs, she's clearly very emotionally upset that there's something wrong. She's very unhappy. Why does she come so promptly when she must know that she's only nearer to the inevitable farewell? So he's a little annoyed that she's come so early. Mind you, he must be early as well. When she knows that she's only the nearer to the inevitable farewell. So why has she come soon to hear the bad news, the inevitable fact that that she loves him, but they are going to have to separate, that they can't be together anymore? So he's coming to tell her that the relationship must end. It doesn't say why, but she's very unhappy about that. The hill is steep. On the snow, my steps are slow. Okay, so the hill has a big incline and he's walking slowly. So this gives us the idea that it's difficult for him to walk in these snowy conditions. And I guess this also echoes the fact that he's reluctant to say goodbye to her. He doesn't really want to end the relationship, but he slowly goes forward, probably because this is something that has to happen. Why does she come when she knows what I have to tell? So why has she come? Because she knows what I'm going to tell her. And I think maybe if she hadn't come, he wouldn't have to say this. And I think he finds it difficult to say goodbye to her. Yeah, he finds it difficult to tell her that the relationship has ended. So here we've just got a scene of somebody walking in the snow, but there's a whole story that goes around it. This unseen person waiting in the wood, and they are lovers, and he's come to end the relationship. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. A Winter's Tale by D.H. Lawrence.